MD Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go there, click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with, is that don't need no man. Okay. That's not the whole handle, y'all. That's just the beginning of the handle. Don't need no man. Stop telling me I do. You need a man. If you got to make that your handle, you need a man. But here's the thing. A man needs you too. That's how it goes. I don't know what's going on with folks, man. I don't know what's with this so-called battle of the sexes thing that's going on. Like, neither of us is here without the other, right? And besides just getting here, we were made for each other. Don't let the weirdos fool you. The devil come in many disguises. What's up, Linda Moore, Moses Salas, George Gloomy, George Gloomy, Lord Vader, love from Germany. Okay, Germany in the house. Sweet beloved, what's up? Petey Piper. Wow. So fam, look, listen, we all got stories about James Earl Jones, whether we know him personally or we know him through his work. But everybody, I mean, you pretty much just have to have not been alive over the last, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years if you're not familiar with James Earl Jones's work. He has played in some of the most iconic films, and he's done some of the most iconic commercials. Did y'all know he voiced the CNN theme when it comes on? This is CNN. Did y'all know that's James Earl Jones? All of that time, I did not know that. But James Earl Jones got a resume for you. I mean, it ain't even enough time in the day. That's how the man done over 70-something films. 70-something. That's just films. We're not talking about guest appearances on television shows, and we're not talking about theater, which he was the first black man, or black person, period, to break the color barrier in theater. The first to do it. James Earl Jones was a bad man. And that voice was unmistaken. You could not mistake that voice for anything. Well, I guess I actually did, because I did not know he was the voice of CNN. But he switched it up on us, though. He switched it up. He was trained in that where he could, he could go there with different voices, because he also was the voice for Darth Vader. So let's see. He was the voice for Darth Vader. He was the voice for Mufasa. He was the voice. He did Coming to America. Iconic. All these years, like, he never stopped. Like, I remember his first movie from way back. His first movie was, I think he did this. His first, His first movie, I think, may have even been, no, it was after I was born. It was the first big move role that he had was The Great White Hope. Yeah. James Earl Jones put that work in, fam. He put that work in. James Earl Jones's reps say that he passed away at his home in upstate New York, surrounded by family members. This is according to, let me see who, I want to give credit to who reported this first. Deadline reported it first. So, according to Deadline, James Earl Jones was widely respected for his decades-long career in stage, TV, and film productions. Most notably, perhaps, he delivered the booming and menacing voice of Darth Vader in multiple movies in the Star Wars franchise. He was also the paternal voice of Mufasa, which I just mentioned a few ticks ago, in Disney's original Lion King. But long before that, he got his first big movie in Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove back in 1964. So it was 64. James is one of the few people to ever be considered a EGOT winner. That's EGOT, which stands for Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. His biggest theater roles were in the 1969 The Great White Hope and 1987's Fences. Those were his biggest theater roles. Remember, Denzel Washington played in the most recent version of Fences in the theaters. Well, actually, they brought it to theater. They made the film Fences. And it was an adaptation of, I believe, the book and then the actual play Fences. And Denzel starred in that film with, well, what's that woman's name? She decorated too. What's her name, fam? Throw it out there for me. Fences. Denzel Washington. Okay, Viola, that's her name. Viola Davis. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a good film, fam. And this ain't no knock, but I'm just gonna say what a lot of other people was thinking. She was really doing some runny nose, and that she was really doing the acting, boy. That nose was running for real. That wasn't no acting liquid, magic liquid or anything. That was real runny nose. On the big screen, James Earl Jones had tons of memorable roles in classics like Field of Dreams, Conan the Barbarian, Coming to America, The Sandlot, and two Jack Ryan flicks, The Hunt for Red October and Patriot Games. Even though his role was short in Coming to America, it was imposing. It was big. He stood out. Like he had that presence, you know. Yeah. So it's kind of almost like the guy who always the show stiller, the scene stiller. He's in that new film. Um, he's in a new film. What was that new film? That film with Kevin Hart. It's an all-star cast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's on Netflix. Kevin Hart, um, Terrence Howard, Taraji P. Henson. What's that called? Fight Night. Yeah, Fight Night. The $1 Million Heist. That's a good film. Well, good series. Very good series. If you're just not joining, fam, we're talking about the legendary James Earl Jones, who is no longer with us, who died today at the age of 93. Illustrious career. Family, help me out here. What's the guy name who played in Friday? There you go. Somebody just gave it to me. Clifton Powell. Say, man, brutally honest, appreciate you. Clifton Powell is got to be one of the all-time greats. I mean, just easily. No matter what role he plays, he's a scene stiller. Give Clifton Powell 60 seconds and he's gonna make an impact in a 2-hour movie. It don't matter. It don't matter who's starring in the movie. Clifton Powell come in, he finna steal the show. He's a scene stiller. He's a scene stiller. Clifton Powell, I mean, I'm talking about any role he play, he gonna kill it. So yeah, back to Mr. Jones. As I was telling y'all earlier, fam, he loaned his voice to for the CNN theme. So that's him when he says, "Welcome to CNN." You know what, fam? In addition to his brilliant acting career, did y'all know that James Earl Jones was a United States Army veteran? Man lived a full life. Clayton Gross, what's up? Jared G. And the trip part about it, look, fam, his career spanned decades and generations. So you got people from 2 to 102 who are fans of James Earl Jones. Do you know how cool that is? Well, you putting in work that impacts people from 2 to 90 to from 2 to 102. Well, you can get on that screen and people just sit down and just watch you and just be totally enamored by your talents. And although he was an actor, he was an entertainer. He brought people a lot of joy in this wild, crazy, beautiful world. He brought people a lot of joy. What's up, Stephanie Stewart? Claudine, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good one. I mean, everyone he did was good though, fam. Think about it. He didn't miss. James Earl Jones was one of those like one of those silent icons in the industry. Like he was not the type of dude that would be on the scene, at least not since I've been around in the last 35 years. So, you know, James Earl Jones was kind of like really like about his business, just taking care of business and moving and keeping it moving. But he put a lot of work in. So James Earl Jones, one of those type of actors that everybody respected, but you didn't hear his name a lot. When people started talking about the great actors and stuff, obviously the first name that jump out is Denzel Washington. And, I think that's a damn good argument for any conversation about acting. Point blank, period. Denzel. I think Denzel is the gold standard for acting. But you wouldn't. In fact, I've never heard people say James Earl Jones in that capacity. But you already know when you start talking about him, you say, "Oh yeah, that's right." He one of those type, like, "Oh yeah, man, you know what, man? Yeah, man, you know why this dude ain't getting his flowers? This dude is dope. He dope. This dude has always been dope." Yeah, James Earl Jones, that type of dude. "93 years old, boy. He's seen a whole lot. He's seen a lot living in this country. 93. Mm. Born in 1931. Dana E, Jamar Looper, Dev J, Arius Williams, Safi Ali, Coach G, what up? Brick Flipper, Skylar Black, Cole's House of Wellness, and How. Gerald Roger Jr., y'all got some favorite scenes from James Earl Jones's movies? Go ahead and drop them, fam. Got some favorite lines that you remember, memorable lines? Go ahead and drop them. Walter Jolly, Big G, Marlette Marion. Yeah, Marlette Marion. No, I Am Your Father. That's from Fences, right? Golden Brown. Oh, okay. Dark Vader. Well, that's something that's similar to what he said in Fences, though. When he was checking his son about his responsibility as a man, and his son was like, he was testing his son, trying to see how sharp he was, and he was like, "Why you think I do all this? Got to put food on the table and I put a roof over your head, and I ain't, he was somebody, I ain't gotta love you. I do this." He actually said, "I do this because what did he say? That's my duty." I think he said something like, "That's my duty." See, I don't do it because I love you. I do it because that's my duty. OSU, what up? Tari. Some of y'all are using all caps. You do not have to put it on caps. I can read it just fine. When you use all caps, you make me think you're screaming at me. You make me think you're losing it. You're going crazy or something. Take the cap lock off, please. Gwen, what's up, Gwen? A couple of caps is cool, but when every word is a cap, is a cap, every letter, every word, and even, what's something else irks me, fam? When people write comments or messages or make a statement and they capitalize every single word. That's crazy. Suits Richmore. J7, I received your telegram. Lindale Handy. What up? King Rex. Mike Nice. Mike sound nice. Check one. That's an old Salt and Pepper lyrics. A mic sound nice. Check one. It's another group that has accomplished a whole lot, opened a bunch of doors, trendsetters who don't get talked about enough. You know, we talk about a lot of these new chicks and stuff, and, you know, as we should, but man, you cannot forget the pioneers. You can't forget the people who paved the way. You know, James L. Jones was there knocking down doors before Denzel was born. James Earl Jones was already making sacrifices. YB, what up? Eric Howell. Mustafa, of course. Remember jazz. Yeah, yeah, man. James Earl Jones had that voice. What's this? McDowell's? My son works? Khaled, appreciate that blast from the past, man. Yeah, it's going to be impossible to miss James Earl Jones's talent. I mean, he spanned over what, 70 years. It's going to be impossible to miss it. He's 64, but he got his first big role in 64. Let me see, where did he start at, though? Let's see, where did he start? Because I know he started in, I believe he started in theater. So he made his Broadway debut in 1957. Now that's just Broadway. We're not talking about what he was doing before he got to Broadway. But in 1957, he would have been 26. 1957, 26. Denzel Washington was 3 years old in 1957. Denzel Washington was 3 years old. So Denzel had to grow up watching James Earl Jones and Sidney Poitier and Harry Belafonte. James Earl Jones started in 57 in theater, and he didn't win his first Tony Award until 30 years later in 1987. So it looks like once he got on their radar, they started recognizing him more. Yeah, there is no one like James Earl Jones, and there ain't even anybody like in the wings right now. Like that's like whoever that person is, we don't know who that person is right now. Like we don't know that person. We don't know somebody with a voice like that that's in the wings, and we can say, oh yeah, they got it. That person, that's the heir apparent. We don't know who that is. Lovely K said he talked about black women. He talked bad about black women. What? Nah, man. Now why y'all just not saying this? Ain't nobody never told me nothing about James Earl Jones talking down on black women. Lovely K, you sure about that? Hold on, let me see. Let me look this up. Let me find out. Now I know that he dated white women. I know he was married to a white woman at some point. He married 2 white women, I believe. But he also said that his parents were of mixed descent, mixed heritage. Let me see. Let's see if I can find that information right quick. Personal life. 1968, Jones married actress and singer Julianne Marie, whom he met while performing as Othello in 1964. They had no children and divorced in 1972. In 1982, he married actress Cecilia Hart, with whom he had a son, Flynn. Hart died from ovarian cancer on October 16, 2016. In April 2016, Jones spoke publicly for the first time in nearly 20 years about his long health challenge with type 2 diabetes. He was diagnosed in mid-1990s after the doctor noticed he had fallen asleep while exercising at a gym. Jones was Catholic, having converted during his time in the military. No, there's some more info. Hold on. Give me a moment. I'm digging. Um, Born in, what's the name of this city? Never heard of this. Arca Butler. What is that? Butler. Butte. Nah, that's Butt. Arca Butler, Mississippi. So he had a stuttering problem when he was a kid that he got over, that he said he got over by acting and doing poetry. He was a pre-med major in college, served in the United States Army during the Korean War before pursuing a career in acting. Okay. Education, early life and education. Raised by maternal grandparents, John Henry and Maggie Connolly, on their farm in Dublin, Michigan. They had moved from Mississippi in the Great Migration. Jones found the transition to living with his grandparents in Michigan traumatic and developed a stutter so severe that he refused to speak. He credits his English teacher, Donald Crouch, who discovered he had a gift for writing poetry, with helping him and end his silence. Shouts out to the good teachers out there that really put the work in and love the kids for real. We can't do it without you. In 1949, Jones graduated from Dixon Rural Agricultural School. Let's see, he served as vice president of his class. He attended the University of Michigan, where he initially was a pre-med major. Joined the reserves, training, during the course, Jones discovered he was not cut out to be a physician. Instead, he focused on drama at the University of Michigan. Military service, career. Moving on. I'm still searching, fam. History. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. We're getting close. We're getting close. Oh, so James Earl Jones was also an activist and humanitarian. Um, been involved in various philanthropic efforts supporting art, education, and social justice causes. Let's see. Not there. Let's see. James Earl Jones is African American. He was born to a family of African, Irish, and Native American ancestry, reflecting the diverse heritage that is common among many African Americans. Throughout his career, Jones has been a trailblazer for African American actors in theater, film, and television. He is widely regarded as one of the greatest actors of his generation. Shit, of multiple generations. Let me get a quote from him. I want to get a quote from James Earl Jones. Okay. So James Earl Jones said, my father's half Cherokee. My mother's half Irish. I have a mixed heritage. I feel related to all. I think that every African American person has maybe some Irish or Indian blood. We all got mixed up somewhere along the way. Let me make a more direct quote. What did James Earl Jones say about Black women? James Earl Jones has expressed deep respect and admiration for Black women throughout his life and career. One of his notable statements about Black women is, one of the hardest working groups in the country are Black women. They carry the load of their families. They hold communities together, and they do it with grace. I need more direct. What did James Earl Jones say about dating black women? Boom. James Earl Jones has spoken about relationships, but there isn't a widely known or specific quote attributed to him about dating black women in particular. However, he has been open about his personal life and experiences, including his marriage to his late wife, Cecilia Hart, who was white. Jones has always emphasized love, respect, and the importance of deep connection in relationships, regardless of race. Okay, what did James Earl Jones say about dating white women? James Earl Jones has not been widely known for making public statements specifically about dating white women. However, he married Cecilia Hart, a white actress from 1982, and until her passing in 2016. Well, damn, they ran it. 82, 92, and then 82, 92, 102. Okay, 24 years. Hold on, I'm tripping. 34 years. They gave it a good run. Their relationship was a private and personal matter, and Jones has generally not emphasized race in discussing his marriage. In his career and life, Jones has focused more on the universality In his career and life, Jones has focused more on the universality of love and connection rather than emphasizing racial divisions in relationships. Chat GPT sound like a op. He's just gonna thank for him. In a 1972 interview with Jet Magazine, when asked about interracial relationships, he mentioned that he saw love as something that transcends race. He suggested that people should focus on the individual and the connection rather than the societal pressures related to race. While he hasn't made extensive comments specifically about dating white women, his life reflects his beliefs in the importance of love over racial boundaries. Okay, all right. Let me look one more time. Let me get outside of chat. Let me see if I can find one. Let's see. James Earl Jones. Let's see. Somebody said you would hate James Earl Jones after watching this video. Hold on. Clips of James Earl Jones talking about being black. Somebody said, Well, people are already like assessing, his life because they're on different blogs and they're actually talking about the exact same thing we're talking about right now. You know, who he was as a person and what his views were on race and dating, interracial dating. Well, somebody's saying they got something in this video, but I cannot play this video because of copyright issues or copyright concerns. James Earl Jones. Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna have to dissect this video, fam, after this live. I sure hope this man ain't saying something that can make me have a different opinion of him. Because I'm gonna keep it a buck, fam. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna stay silent the entire time. I have no patience for Negroes. You know what I'm saying? KNEE. I don't have no patience for it at all. I don't have no patience for none of that. I don't care how successful they are. I don't care how much money they got. I don't care I don't care how much everybody else praise them. I do not care. Like, if you ain't for us, you against us. That's how I look at it. Somebody said, why y'all trying to hate on the man now that he has passed away? I think that first and foremost, I know you ain't talking about me because I came here to pay homage, to salute, like I always do in circumstances like this. But if I'm saluting somebody and I'm paying homage to somebody and their character come into question, I got to take a look at that. If they start talking about if their beliefs are anti-black, I don't give a damn who it is. I got to take a look at that. I'm not even saying that his beliefs are. I'm saying that's what I'm hearing people say. So I'm going to have to take a look at that. I'm going to have to do a deep dive and listen for myself what he said regarding his blackness and what he said about black women. And the truth going to set you free. So whatever the truth is, the truth is. And I don't think people get a pass in death. I don't believe in that. If you're gonna give somebody a pass, you saying that all these people that was involved in the uncivilized mutt behavior of killing black people, slaughtering black people, enslaving them, stealing their land, breaking up the family, selling off the children and the babies, kicking pregnant women in the stomachs and stomping them out. You think that because they die, you're supposed to get off the gas? You're supposed to let them make it? I don't think so. I do not think so. So, I'm reserving any criticism towards Mr. James Earl Jones until I get to hear for myself this video that people are talking about, where they're saying he's talking down about black women. I need to see it. I need to see it. Maybe they're exaggerating, Maybe they got it wrong. I don't know, but I'm going to check it out. Ezekiel Love, I hear you. I hear you, but I want to check it out. I want to see. I want to see what he said in that video. And then I want to see if it is something negative. I will say this. I will not judge him by just one video, because people do grow, people do evolve, right? I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. That man lived to be 93 years old. So that's plenty of time to get it right. So let's see, said the blind man. Let's see. So for right now, I'm going to only go on the information I got right now and say RIP James Earl Jones. I hope like hell I don't find something out there that gives me a different opinion of Mr. Jones. Until next time, fam, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. Just remember, fam, we all preach our eulogies every day with everything we say, with everything that we do. Our actions, our behaviors, nobody can preach your eulogy better than you. The way you live your life, that's your eulogy. And if you don't want people saying things about you, about what you did, about what you said, don't do it. Don't say it. If you don't want people saying things about you, negative things that you did, bad things that you did or said, harmful things, hurtful things that you did or said in life, in death, if you don't want them saying, bringing up the bad stuff that you did in life, in death, then don't do it. If you don't want them talking about the evil stuff that you did, the evil things that you said in death, don't do it in life. It's as simple as that. That's my time, fam. I appreciate y'all. Until next time, no more talk.